Alright, so moving on to the final segment, I'll be sharing my WWE Bad Blood Premium Live event summary. So this will be my summary on the matches that took place on the Premium Live event. So starting off with the first match, you had CM Punk defeat Drew McIntyre inside of a Hell in a Cell match. Now, this was a perfect way to end the rivalry. The rivalry that's been brewing in the pot for 10 months. All hits, no misses, with all the build-up, all the matches that they had, the two matches that they had at SummerSlam and Bash in Berlin. This rivalry ended in a perfect way inside of Hell in a Cell. And I said last week on the Combat Series that CM Punk and Drew McIntyre both have a chance. This Hell in a Cell match has a chance of going down as the greatest matches of their respective careers. And this match will be remembered down the road, and when it's all said and done, as one of the greatest matches in their respective careers. But the near falls and the spots were so good during this Hell in a Cell match. The blood played a factor, blood trickling down their faces. And I like the callback of Bret Hart locking in the sharpshooter on Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13, where Stone Cold Steve Austin had blood trickling down his face. CM Punk did a good callback to that when he had him in had Drew McIntyre in the sharpshooter in the middle of the ring inside their Hell in a Cell match. But the spots, the near falls were so damn good during this match. And CM Punk winning the match was obviously the right call here. CM Punk winning his first feud since being back with the company. I think that puts him in position to possibly get a World Championship opportunity against Gunther as early as Survivor Series for the World Heavyweight title. So I thought this was good. 10 out of 10 Hell in a Cell match. In my opinion, one of the greatest Hell in a Cell matches that I've ever seen as a wrestling fan. I think CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, booking-wise, are going to be fine. Especially Drew McIntyre after he lost his feud. He will be just fine. He'll just be a mean son of a bitch moving around on Monday Night Raw moving forward. Now, moving on to the next match, you had Nia Jax successfully retain her Women's World title against Bayley. Now, even though this match was good, and I will say that Nia Jax's in-ring skills, her in-ring skills are looking the best that she's looking the best inside the ring that she's ever looked. The in-ring skills, she's really improved her skills since being, since rejoining the company last year. You could tell that she's improved a lot, and the in-ring chemistry that her and Bayley are pretty good in the ring together. Now the seeds are planted in this women's division over on Friday Night SmackDown for the next several weeks, because during this match, Tiffany Stratton was this close of cashing in her woman's Money in the Bank briefcase to make it a triple threat match, possibly turning on her friend Nia Jax. Nia Jax caught her red-handed, and she sat on the sidelines watching the remainder of the match. Meanwhile, Bayley had backup in Naomi, but Naomi stayed up in the suite with the women's tag team champions of Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, with the party going of the WWE Hall of Famers, the active wrestlers, and Metro Boomin being up there as well. So she had no backup. And this led to Nia Jax taking advantage of what Tiffany Stratton did for her friend. They successfully retained the women's title. I think there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be addressed on the women's division moving forward on the blue brand for SmackDown in the next several weeks. Now, the next match, you had Damian Priest defeat Finn Balor. Now, this match was okay, but I don't understand why the WWE just didn't pull the trigger and get Finn Balor a big win against Damian Priest at this Bad Blood event. Now, honestly, Finn Balor had the numbers advantage in this match with the rest of the Judgment Day of Carlito and JD McDonough by his side, and he still lost the match. Damian Priest took out Carlito and JD McDonough, won the match clean against Finn Balor, even though he had no backup and the numbers game was not in his advantage. So, with Priest winning the match, I don't know how you move forward with this Damian Priest and Finn Balor feud, because it makes the Judgment Day look very lackluster, not strong. Ever since they kicked out Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley from the group at SummerSlam. So now it makes me question, where do they have the Judgment Day moving forward on Monday Night Raw? Are they going to be a top heel faction like they were for the last 2 years in WWE? Because I just don't see it now. And I don't like the fact that Finn Balor and JD McDonough are basically holding the World Tag Team titles right now as a prop. They beat Miz and R-Truth, the Awesome Truth, to take the titles, but they only have one title defense, and they held the titles for over 100 days. So now, not only are you making the tag team division on Monday Night Raw look stale and nobody really cares about it, but you're having Finn Balor hold the title as a prop just to lose to him, just to lose to Damian Priest clean when you have the numbers game and the numbers advantage. So We're going to see how Triple H and the rest of the WWE executives address that in the next several weeks over on Monday Night Raw. Now, the match that, or the next thing that took place was the Crown Jewel announcement that Triple H had. Now, I know a lot of people were expecting Triple H to announce a women's mid-card title. I've seen a lot of people being upset on Twitter/X yesterday, but let's be patient here. The main roster will have a women's mid-card eventually, whether that's an Intercontinental title or a United States title. A women's mid-card title will be coming, and I think that's going to happen on the road to WrestleMania. The title will be introduced, and possibly the first ever women's mid-card champion gets crowned at WrestleMania 41 in Vegas. So we'll see about that, but I did like the announcement that he had for the Crown Jewel Championship, having the WWE Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion collide against each other to find out who's the best of the World Champions. And also, the SmackDown and the Raw Women's World Champions will be colliding against each other. And right now, there's some pretty good matches because you'll have Cody Rhodes versus Gunther at Crown Jewel and possibly have Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax at Crown Jewel. So I think that's a good substitute move for Crown Jewel moving forward because you don't do the SmackDown versus Raw thing at Survivor Series anymore, with War Games being at Survivor Series now. So I think that's a good substitute move to see who is the better world champion at Raw or SmackDown has to possess. As the segment went on, though, I was a fan of how the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther came out and embarrassed Goldberg in front of his son and Goldberg's hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. I think that was a pretty good use of using a legend there. It kind of teased Goldberg having one more match against Gunther in the near future. I would love to see that, and I would love to see Gunther end Goldberg's wrestling career once and for all. But let's move on to the next segment. You had Rhea Ripley defeat Liv Morgan by disqualification in this match. Now, I did like how before the match began that Dominic Mysterio paid homage to his late great uncle Eddie Guerrero, riding in the lowrider, riding into the arena in the lowrider with Liv Morgan by his side, and for the entrance. But the match itself was pretty good. Dominic Mysterio, as a viewer, when he was hung up in that shark cage, he was this close of everything just going bad for him on the Premium Live event, because I don't know if that was a staged angle or not, but that was very dangerous to have Dominic Mysterio hang by a thread, hang by his ankle, tied up in the shark cage, dangling down and possibly falling on his head. But I did like the splat of how Rhea Ripley grabbed the kendo stick and was hitting Dominic Mysterio like a piñata at a kid's birthday party, trying to get as much candy out of him. But after that, that's when the match went down, because out of nowhere, Raquel Rodriguez returned to the WWE and basically looks like Liv Morgan's new security guard, which has me questioning how much help does Liv Morgan need. Because if you're going to insert Raquel Rodriguez into the Judgment Day, she's not needed because Liv Morgan took Rhea Ripley's spot as the only woman in the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day already has Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Carlito, JD McDonough. Now, if you possibly add Raquel Rodriguez to this situation, it gets a little messy, because how much help does Liv Morgan need as a heel champion? So I don't like the fact that she's now inserted into this story between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I don't know actually how you continue this story between the two respective women at this particular time, but we'll have to see. Triple H and the rest of the WWE executives have a lot of things to address for the Judgment Day moving forward on Monday Night Raw for their booking decisions moving forward. Now, in the main event, you had Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns defeat Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu in an incredible tag team match. Now, my thoughts on this match: it was one hell of a tag team match. All four wrestlers did their thing in this match to make this match feel special. The tag team of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns worked pretty well together, being common rivals, common enemies over the last several years, feuding for that WWE title. Cody Rhodes sacrificed himself, putting himself through the announce table to take up Jacob Fatu was a good salute to Roman Reigns, showing that he had his word. And I like the fact that Jimmy Uso took out Tama and Tonga Loa, returning to the scene after the Bloodline 2.0 took him out a few days after WrestleMania. So it was good to see Jimmy Uso go back to the OTC of Roman Reigns. And it was good to see Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes win the match. Now, what followed is going to lead us little by little, piece by piece, to the road to WrestleMania for what the final boss, The Rock, has in store. Because The Rock has returned to the WWE The eyebrow raise, he did not look happy that Roman Reigns teamed up with Cody Rhodes, a common enemy that destroyed the bloodline of what it was. When Roman Reigns lost the WWE title to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, it looks like the seeds are being planted to what could possibly come of a dream match at WrestleMania 41 between Roman Reigns and The Rock. But my overall letter grade on the show, I will give this premium live event a B+. I thought the opener and the main event are the biggest storylines that have come in out of this event, and the two best matches that have come in out of this event. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre was a 10 out of 10 star rating Hell in a Cell match for me. The Nia Jax versus Bayley women's title match was pretty good in my opinion as well. Like I said, that sets the seeds for what's going to happen in the SmackDown women's division. I'm disappointed of how the Judgment Day was booked on this card and how they're going to look moving forward. Is it time to blow up the group, or how do you repackage them to look strong on Monday Night Raw? Because I just don't see it as a fan. And I like that Cody Rhodes actually has his... It's going to be interesting if we're going to get Cody Rhodes to join Roman Reigns aside in a War Games match, because now you have Kevin Owens, who has inserted himself as a heel now, jumping Cody Rhodes after the Premium Live event in the parking lot with fans to record and post on social media. I think that's good of how the booking is going for WWE and moving forward. There's so much to like as a wrestling fan because we have so much to look out for now. The road to WrestleMania, we're 6 months away, but we're looking at a good term of events that's going to happen with this Bloodline storyline of it possibly coming to an end and the chapter closing in all those respective Samoan wrestlers' careers at WrestleMania 41. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off, and I'll see you guys on next week's episode.